All right, we're live. What's going on, everybody? This is my number 7 game of the year, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. So if you guys have seen the only YouTube video I've put out so far, you'll know I think very, very highly of this game. This game has a lot to say about politics in America, and a lot of them are not subtle. A lot of them are not, things that should be taken lightly. So, granted, this is very much a ridiculous, over-the-top story. For those of you who don't know, the original Wolfenstein, or at least the first Wolfenstein in this new rebooted series, toyed with the idea of what if Nazi Germany won World War II, and so you're kind of just doing like a traditional World War II shooter, but kind of post World War II era, where instead of your victory parades and all that, it is very much a hey, the war's still going on, and Nazi Germany is actually kind of winning. So Wolfenstein 2 kind of ratchets that up a notch by having that take place in the United States. And if you haven't been following American politics, you will know that, or if you have been following American politics, you'll know that the idea of Nazism is kind of, in very, very small areas, kind of coming up. And, you got people marching, white supremacists and Klan members and this, that, and the other. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm not a political history major, but it doesn't take a political history major or political science major to know that Nazism is bad. And Wolfenstein 2 Wolfenstein 2 knows this. So it is very much an over-the-top action game, and you're here to kill Nazis. It's a simple game. You're not really doing too much in terms of thought. It's not a very thought-provoking game. It is very much a Nazi killing simulator. But what really makes it stand out is the story. Like I said, it toys with the idea of what if Nazis had won World War II? What would a German-occupied United States look like? And so it's it's definitely interesting from that
Your target,
perspective.
Uber Commander Klaus Klinger, is somewhere inside the bunker.
Now it is
get down there and erase that motherfucker. Grace out.
Also a very good shooter. So it's got that going for it. So I mean, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, it's got a lot of pretty solid political commentary and things of that nature, but it also is just a really fun game. Difficult, hard as hell. I had to bump the difficulty down a notch because it definitely kicks your ass, especially in the very beginning. For story reasons, you kind of start off with a handicapped health bar. And then obviously as you progress through the game, you'll get different power-ups and different, the ability to basically store more health, which is crucial. Oh god. You have to forgive me, I have not played this game in a while. So it's definitely a little rusty. Played through this game for my my first YouTube video, and like I said, I had a lot to say about it, and I mean it's typically in the video I just kind of address the political side of it, and kind of the stance it takes against Nazism, which is pretty blunt. There's not much about that in terms of subtlety. But I didn't really talk about the overall mechanics. So I mean, it is very similar to like a Doom. If you played Doom last year, definitely this fast-paced, action-packed first-person shooter. And this just kind of grounds it a little bit more in realism. Instead of fighting back, wave after wave of demons, you're fighting Nazis, and granted, there's obviously mech warriors and things like that, and so I mean obviously you kind of have to suspend your disbelief there for a little bit, but it is kind of a more traditional shooter in that regard. that. So I'm actually playing in the post game. Oh, and I died. Okay, so let's cancel this. Oh, yeah, never mind. So I'm actually playing in the post game, which after you clear the main story, you kind of go back through and kill these Nazi captains. You'll kind of just like find their location, and then you will, you basically takes you to a kind of like an instance zone. And you'll, you fight through a couple enemies, and there'll be kind of a boss encounter at the end. And so it's a really cool post game. It's, a game like Wolfenstein and a game like Doom is very much a here's your campaign, you play through it, you're done. And this was definitely a good way to kind of give it a little bit of longevity without tacking on like a multiplayer, which I know is a very common idea in first-person shooters. So there's no tacked on multiplayer. In fact, the developers, Machine Games and Bethesda, if I'm not mistaken, are very much on record as saying we didn't want to tack it on because we wanted a story, and this is a very story-driven game. So good on them for sticking true to that. All right, so looks like if I remember correctly. Well, maybe not. Let's see. So I know you have to. Okay, here we go. There's a guy here in the nuclear bunker district, which I think I might have been in, but. Another thing about Wolfenstein, and even the first game to an extent, is Wolfenstein 2 actually has a really colorful cast of characters. Apart from, BJ, the main character,
your target, Commander Klaus Klinger,
secondary
is somewhere
characters that are
inside
actually
the
really
bunker.
well written and
Get down there and erase that motherfucker.
make you care about what's
Grace
going
out.
on, aside from just like, oh, the war and what's going on there. Alright, so I guess I was doing this mission for a reason. It looks like I need to... Really, the struggle I'm having is just remembering what weapons are mapped to what keys. Ah, hey, how's it going? Melee kills are sweet. Like I said, it's a brutal game. It's difficult. I think one of the biggest criticisms people tend to have, and myself included, is the game doesn't do a very good job of telling you A, that you're being shot, and B, from where you're being shot. So it's pretty much just like, oh, hey, I'm getting shot, and now I'm dead. Kind of like that situation where I was in with the armed heavy. Now, I mean, I knew I was in line of fire, but you do kind of melt really quickly for this being kind of like a high action game. The game doesn't encourage hiding in cover and picking and popping enemies, so to speak, but definitely encourages movement and not staying in one place for too long. Because if you definitely just kind of stand and wait for enemies to come to you, they will definitely come to you and they will murder you. I think I should pick up one of these heavy guns. Well, of course I pick up the heavy gun and there's no one left for me to use it on. Isn't there a way to use my map? And I don't remember how. There we go. Alright, so I need to kill this guy, which I'm guessing he's there? This objective marker? I probably should have played this game a little bit more to refamiliarize myself with it, but time constraints are a thing. Oh, hey. I didn't mean to do that. this because I don't need it. Thought I needed it, but okay, so yeah, it looks like getting to the right area. All right, cool. We've got a signal detected. Which usually when you detect a signal, it's for a commander, so we're on the right track there. And like I said, I mean, this is a high action game, but there are some stealth elements, and the game does a good job of saying, "Hey, here's this big open area. Kind of approach it how you wish." But 9 times out of 10, it's gonna turn into a firefight at some point. So really, the stealth parts are just more about, hey, how much can you clear the area before it gets down to that point? The last thing you want to do is obviously be overwhelmed. Supposed to be inspecting something. Oh. Yeah, it's just a... This game also has a good bit of world building. So I mean, obviously with you know, portraying a Nazi-occupied America, Bethesda Machine Games really had a good opportunity to kind of build this world up. I mean, this isn't America as we know it. So I mean, they do a good job of blending, hey, you know, the familiar with the alien, so to speak. So, I mean, yeah, there's you know, your 50s and 60s era towns with diners and all that stuff, but you know, you've also got Nazi flags flying in the background. And I really think the one thing, or one of the things that could have made this game a lot better, at least in terms from a setting and narrative standpoint, is the fact that you're still kind of going through these bunkers that feel like, you know, they aren't really anywhere. You know, for all we know, these bunkers could be in Nazi Germany, and you know, you're just kind of playing another World War II game. So I mean, the game's at its absolute best when it portrays America in this kind of like unfamiliar territory of, you know, being taken over by Nazi Germany, and you know, it doesn't stray away from it too much, but it could have explored that a little bit more. All right, cool. I think we found the signal that we need. All right, this guy's broadcasting an alarm. Oh, hey. Are those? Oh, hey, that's a dog. So yeah, even though I say that this game is slightly more grounded in reality, you know, you've got German robots and kind of like cyber warriors and things like that. It's definitely not a game that doesn't take itself too seriously, which, given the subject matter, I mean, it avoids being overly preachy. It's pretty much just like, hey, Nazis are bad, go kill some Nazis, good. And I think in that regard, it doesn't really have to explain itself too much. So I think they do a good job of obviously getting the tone right. It still feels like a very fun game in terms of its, you know, it's got a lot of personality, it's got a lot of you know, flavor to it in the characters and the writing. I'll be straight up honest, the story just goes to some absolutely crazy places. You know, about halfway through the game, it just kind of throws you into this just absolutely bonkers situation. And it, you know, does some really cool things with the like first-person perspective and stuff like that. I'll leave it at that. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm stuck right here. I'm like, I remember this level now because when I was playing through the game after I beat it, or playing through this part, I got to this guy and I got about as close as I am now to him. And I mean, like, there's all these locked doors. I can't figure out where this guy is. That's the issue. Let's see. Let's see if I follow my map. I'll be the first to admit that I'm not good at following my map in this game. So I kind of want to hit areas that I didn't explore. This isn't really, like, Wolfenstein is not really a game that, like, hides stuff. I mean, obviously you've got, like, your hidden secrets and stuff like that, and stuff that's kind of off the beaten path if you want to go explore that. But it is not a very, like, hey, you know, it pretty much tells you where you need to go at all times. Looks like I got a, yeah, I think this is, okay, a little vent for me to crawl through. I didn't even realize that crawling through vents was a thing. What the purpose of this vent is, other than maybe to impede my progress. Oh, jeez, and now I'm lost. Okay, here we go. Maybe? There we go. Alright, so not there. Let's see. Well, so, okay, so now we got these little vents. Now that I know I can crawl through them. Maybe. Okay, so this. He was closer to the opposite end of this building. Man, being able to crawl through vents, that kind of changes the game for me, which is kind of weird. Like, I've played as much of this game as I have, and I didn't realize that this was a thing until just now. Let's see. Kind of makes me wonder if I go back and replay it, what I'll be able to find. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so it's like, he's definitely, like, I'm pretty sure I gotta go through one of these to get to this guy. I don't know why it's having such a hard time triggering that. Like, maybe that's why I didn't figure it out, because it's not like a smooth transition. It's definitely like you gotta brush up against it at the right angle. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, here's a potentially good one. Here we go. Alright, yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, we're getting into single digits. That's crazy. Like I said, and that's why I got stuck that one time, because I've never thought to do that before. And you're dead. Cool.
Yeah, smooth work, Blasco.
Klaus Klinger, R.I.P. So this is like I said, I'm just at this point we're just hunting Nazis. There's no story really. All the major story beats have been resolved, and you know, at this point we're just kind of cleaning up America, so to speak. The idea, obviously, the main theme of the game is wanting to inspire a revolution in America, to oppress Nazi America, or oppose Nazi America. That's another thing about the story of the game, is that you would think, given our backgrounds in history, that Nazis occupying America wouldn't really go over that well, but it is definitely kind of just one of those things where people are domesticated. They grow soft, and they kind of just accept the idea that Nazi Germany is in control. So Wolfenstein 2 is very much the story of fighting back, starting a revolution, and pretty much saying, hey, Nazism is bad. Sound familiar, right? Alright, so I know I gotta go. So let's see. So in here, spoilers if you guys haven't played this game, but obviously there's some characters on here that you may be familiar with if you played the first one. So I don't think we're gonna get into heavy spoilers, but it's definitely light spoiler territory as far as people that we've killed, people that have been killed, and this, that, the other. So there's this weird. So you get these enigma codes, these little punch cards that drop off of enemies, or not enemies, but the commanders. So anytime you see that signal deciphered or signal distance, you see that's pointing to a commander. When you kill them, they drop these enigma codes, and then you use them to kind of decipher these codes that then give you the location of the a Nazi commander or something like that, or a Nazi commander. So then then it gives you a mission that you can go kill the guy. So it's this weird little pseudo hacking minigame that took me forever to figure out, but the fact that it's timed doesn't really help at all either. But once you get it, it's gonna pretty much give me a mission, and we'll go kill a guy just like we did just then. Boom! Alright, so this guy's in Manhattan. He's in the penthouse level, which is a very good level. So, I mean, since we tracked him, I guess I could do a whole bunch of guys at once, but we can just kind of do them one at a time. Manhattan. Manhattan's pretty, it's pretty interesting how they portray Manhattan. In this version of America, the Nazis dropped an atomic bomb in there, similar to how the Americans dropped a bomb on Hiroshima. So it's kind of ironic, but it's also really striking to see, a city like New York totally decimated by, an atomic bomb. And I know it's been done in games before, but the context kind of makes it hit a little bit more close to home. And kind of like I said earlier, the game's at its best when it's portraying the familiar.
Motherfucking Meisner is up in the
So it's weird
penthouse where he's
seeing,
conducting a forensic examination of our old
America
headquarters.
destroyed.
Now
'Cause
do
we're
what
not
you
used to
can
seeing
to
that,
take
so
his ass down.
it may very well not be home. Oh, this has gone to shit really quickly. And as you can see, my health just totally melted. So, I mean, as much as I love getting in for the close quarters kills, it is not a strategy that ends up working well a whole lot. Because, holy shit, you get wrecked. So, I mean, like, when you get to a certain point of having health, the screen will flash red and definitely signal you. But even when you get to that point, it's almost too late. If you get to that point and you're in the middle of a gunfight, you're pretty much dead. Oh, geez, and I forget that the officer knows that I'm here, so he's broadcasting the alarm. So more dudes are gonna keep coming. So I just need to find these guys and kill them. Another thing that's kind of weird about this game, so I mean, like, you'll see, like, I'm picking up health and armor as I go. The original game was pretty cool about letting you, like, auto pick that stuff up. So kind of like in a, I mean, in your standard first-person shooter, when you pick up health and ammo and stuff like that, you just got to kind of hover near the area to pick it up. Wolfenstein 2 does it to an extent, but it doesn't work all the time. You kind of have to get like right on top of it. It's kind of finicky. So it makes for some awkward moments in firefights when okay, I need to get some help. Oh shit, that guy just fucked me up. Yeah, it makes for some awkward moments in firefights where okay, there's a health pack like right in front of me, or there's some health recovering items near me.
Meisner is up in the penthouse where he's
But
conducting
you
a
kind of just like
forensic examination of
awkwardly
our
strafe
old
in a circle
headquarters.
in order to
Now
pick
do
them up.
what you can to take his ass down. Grace out.
What the hell was that? I don't know why I was running in like slow-mo there. as much as I talk about how easy it is to die in this game, it is still very satisfying to run up on a guy and chop his leg off. And that guy disappeared into that pillar. That's a weird bug. I've never seen anything like that before. Granted, it's been a while since I played it, but when I played it at launch, like, there weren't any like weird bugs, anything like that. I mean, it was definitely a very solid game in terms of animation and you know, quality, obviously. That was awesome. All right. Oh, that's cool. I definitely wasn't expecting to do that. Oh, hey, how's it going? All right, so now we know when we get to this commander, we need to kind of. Whoa, where am I getting shot from? See, like I said, it's brutally difficult, only in that it doesn't really communicate to you very well when you're being shot, where you're being shot from.
Motherfucking Meisner
You know, and by the time I realized, oh hey, I'm probably getting shot from this general direction, it was too late.
Now do what you can to take his ass down. Grace out.
What the hell? I could approach this situation a little stealthily, but I kind of want to go all in, all out action. Now, the game kind of compensates for its difficulty by letting your health recharge, but it's not always, you know, one of those things that's like, you can't rely on it. It'll recharge to a certain point, at which point you need to get more health items. Oh, hey, I didn't notice you there, and I'm almost dead now. Get what button it is to throw a grenade. Middle mouse. No, it's not middle mouse. What did I... Ah, crap, this is bad. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, God! Like, by the time I get to him, I'm already, like, at low health, and all he really has to do is one-shot me.
Okay, Blazkowicz. Right. Uber Commander Leopold motherfucking Meisner is up in the penthouse where he's conducting a forensic examination of our old headquarters. Now do what you can to take his ass down. Grace out.
Don't know. Let's go look at my key bindings. I know I messed around with the settings here. Roll here. Throw grenade. F. Alright. Simple enough. I like how nobody reacted to the grenade. He's dead. He's dead. You're dead. We're still at full health. We're doing fine. Toss this grenade. Oh shit, you should be dead. Alright, here we go, here we go. I got a good feeling now, guys. I'm getting back into the groove. Kind of. So I need to avoid using the shot. Wow! I need to be better at this game, man. This is tough.
Okay, Blazkowicz. Uber Commander Leopold motherfucking Meisner is up in the penthouse where he's conducting a forensic examination of our old headquarters. Now do what you can to take his ass down. Grace out.
He's dead. He's easy to kill. Like this guy isn't the problem. It's this guy down here. We got this guy who's guarded by the freaking mech soldier. Hi, sweetie.
Hey.
You come to watch me fail at Wolfenstein?
No.
Why are you short of breath?
It's cold outside.
Why did you go outside?
Because I had to get this.
What did you get?
Sea salt.
Oh, I was about to say, is that drugs? My God!
Yeah, I got drugs.
Trying to get us arrested over here.
No, it's Cecil.
That's nice. Alright, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna find this guy, I'm gonna kill him. And he's not gonna shoot me with his... No! Oh, okay. Sheesh!
Thanks,
That was close, man.
Oh, I can't stand the thought of not.
Got him. Alright, return home. It's kind of a shame, Wolfenstein, like, even though it's been, by all accounts, a critical success. I mean, it won Best Action Game at the Game Awards. It scored really well when, you know, in terms of reviews, but it for some reason, it just didn't sell well. Well, I say for some reason, but it's because it came out the same day as Mario and Assassin's Creed, and those two franchises are just so popular that it just kind of got drowned and lost in the shuffle, which is kind of a shame because it is such a good shooter. You know, regardless of story, I mean, it tells a really good story. And you don't really get that in first-person shooters nowadays because it's typically almost always just let's focus on the online multiplayer, and you know, even Doom had an online multiplayer that you know, for all intents and purposes, didn't do well, but you know, it still had it in there. And Wolfenstein was, you know, Machine Games and Bethesda were very adamant about, hey, we're gonna make the game that we want to make. We're gonna release it when we want to release it. And you know, even though commercially it didn't do as well, I still think it's a game that people need to play, both from a social and political commentary standpoint and from a gameplay standpoint. I mean, it's really fun. You know, I can sit here and talk about the politics of the game for, you know, an hour or two, but you know, at the end of the day, it is a fun game. The shooting mechanics are really good. The weapons are fun. You know, the action is just bloody and gory and in your face. And I mean, if you're into, you know, that kind of high octane, high speed action, like, you absolutely owe it to yourself to play this game. All right, so we're in the kind of ruins area of the of Manhattan. So I mean, you can kind of see this is where the bomb went off. Obviously, before each mission we've done, we've put on a gas mask.
Commander Raymond Hoffman is in the subway underneath Fifth Avenue.
Because, you
his
know,
mission
I mean,
is to
it's
deploy a new
kind of like the
Citadel
Chernobyl
robot.
incident where,
Be careful. Grace
know,
out.
The surrounding areas to where the bomb went off are so radioactive that, you know, you risk your life just by going in the area and exposing yourself to radiation. Alright, how do I get down from here? Because I know I can't jump. I know I can't survive that long jump. I'm gonna die. Let's see if I can find alternate route. You know what? Screw it. Let's give it a try. Oh, okay. Never mind. For some reason I thought fall damage would kill me. But clearly that was not the case. Oh, shit. Nope, not today, fucker. Let's see. All right, so we need to get kind of closer to the middle of the city. These are, like I said, I mean, I'm clearly passing over these health kits, and so like that one it auto picked up. I didn't have to hit the E button to manually pick it up. And the reason, I guess I should say, that the game makes you manually pick it up in the first place is that you can overcharge your health or your armor. So the game doesn't want to force you into doing that, obviously, so it kind of gives you that option to pick it up if you want. but at the same time, it makes it difficult in order to, you know, make it easy to pick it up. It makes it difficult to pick up. There we go. Oh, that's just the first guy. See, that's the crappy thing about getting up close and personal. It's, it is, you're definitely, you know, a bullet sponge at that point. You get locked into that animation. Alright, let's see, where do I need to go? So, there's these stairs. So I need to go back this way through this little tunnel. Oh, that's not a good idea. Nope, dead end here. It looks like he's somewhere in this building, so we can get in this building somehow. No. No destructible environments, but I feel like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have to go all the way around. There should be something here. Probably one of these. Yep. That's such a weird thing, man. I didn't know that was a thing. Totally went through this game, and maybe it's because I played it as like a, you know, badass action hero, but you know, that's definitely something that's useful for sneaking around and being stealthy. It definitely makes the way I change or think about these missions change. Alright, so I'm in this building. Right, here we go. Alright, cool. So we found the signal. He's kind of far away. Oh, shit. That's not good at all. Typically when I see these guys, I run. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do in this situation. Because, I mean, just the way your health melts away is if this guy hits you with, like, a couple of bombs, you know, game over, you're done. So I'm not even going to mess around with him. Because, you know, what's the point? What's the point in dying a bunch? Oh, well. Definitely died there. Oof. That's another thing, man. These endgame missions are total restart when you die.
Uber Commander
I did
Raymond
not
Hoffman is in
remember
the
that.
subway underneath Fifth
Now I
Avenue.
do.
His mission is to deploy a new Citadel robot. Be careful. Grace out.
And I died. So if you've been following Wolfenstein at all, you'll know, as far as the difficulty is concerned, that a lot of people reported that they stepped down, they bumped down the difficulty level, and I'm definitely one of those people where
Hey Blazkowicz, Uber Commander
normal
Raymond
difficulty
Hoffman
is
is in the
way
subway
too hard,
underneath
and I'll
Fifth Avenue.
have
His
no
mission
problem
is to
admitting
deploy a
that.
new Citadel robot. Be careful.
So I bumped
Grace
it down
out.
to the second lowest. So I'm not playing on full-on baby mode, but you know, I might as well be. But no, this is a challenging game. It's tough. So I know, like, Kotaku put out a pretty good article about, you know, well, not a pretty good. Let me rephrase that. They put out a pretty divisive article about how playing Wolfenstein and bumping down the difficulty level made them feel like a failure. And I mean, to an extent that's true, but I'm of the belief that, hey, you know, you gotta play the game and enjoy it. And if you're just at a point where you're just getting destroyed and you're not enjoying the game that you spent $60 on, and you know, at that point, it becomes worth it to do it. And so I kind of found myself in that position where it's like, all right, I'm trying to record this video. I'm trying to, you know, really just trying to get footage to edit down and all that. And, you know, obviously I'm trying to enjoy the game on top of that, but it just made it virtually impossible for me to do it and enjoy the game. And, you know, and from that perspective too, it's, you know, you're not going to get any good footage. Like, you know, I'm not going to be able to edit a YouTube video of me, you know, dying a million times, especially when my purpose isn't to talk about the game's difficulty, which I could very well make a video about the game's difficulty. Alright, so we had to go over here, go down under here. This level is like really awkward. Level design. A lot of crouching and a lot of sliding and getting into weird tight places that you wouldn't expect to crawl. Alright, we're back over here. Oh, well, I've definitely been spotted. I'm gonna run. This is not good. You know, like, that's so... Man, game. Oh, switch to my silent gun.
Hey, Blazkowicz. Uber Commander Raymond Hoffman is in the subway underneath 5th Avenue. His mission is to deploy a new Citadel robot. Be careful. Grace out.
I don't even know why they give you a pistol in these games. Man. This game does not do well when you're rusty.
Hey, Blazkowicz. Uber Commander Raymond Hoffman is in the subway underneath 5th Avenue. His mission is to deploy a new Citadel robot.
And I would imagine this
Be
is
careful.
the
out.
toughest content in the game too, so it doesn't help. I'm not really doing myself any favors by streaming this. Nope, nope, nope. Well, I feel like I'm about to die. Cool. I somehow got out of that. I was like trapped in this animation and the guy just decided to spare me. It's probably the benefit of playing on slightly easier difficulty. I guess that's the one thing I would recommend too for a lot of people is don't play this game like Doom, which is definitely what I am doing and what I have done with this game. It can get very frustrating if you play it like a badass because you'll get killed. You'll get killed a lot, and you know the point of the game is to get killed a lot. But playing it like a Rambo, you won't last very long. You know, and I don't remember the animations being this jerky either. But it could very well just be that this isn't a weird level. There's a dog here this time. There's a guy here this time. I guess they haven't been alerted. Or, oh, I'm going this way. I'm going up and around. I like this route because it doesn't put me right in the crosshairs of a giant machine. That being said, I don't think I can. Go figure, right? This game makes it brutally difficult for you to live in a big firefight, but they also don't encourage you to fight from a distance. They definitely want you to get in there and fight. I mean, there's a reason you've got all these crazy kill animations and you know, closer range weapons, but they don't accommodate you on the difficulty front. I don't even know how I get out of here. Came up through here. Maybe I came up here. Oh, I think I need to go. Yep, I need to go. Urgh! Yeah, I just don't remember it being so jerky, man. Like brushing up against invisible walls and stuff, and I mean, I don't know. No, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I definitely thought this was going to be a shortcut or an alternate path. Oh, okay, I know where I am now. I can just kind of reset this. I totally lost my bearings there. Gotta crawl under here. And I think the shitty thing is, at least about this encounter, is that like, oh hey, there's the robot, and it just kind of like spots you right away, and like there's no way for you to sneak around it. Well, who knows? I could be speaking way too soon. There could be a way to sneak around it. Oh, yeah, I'm boned. Alright, so, oh yeah, I can just go in through here. Wow. I feel like I was making that way more difficult on myself. Oh, hey, dog. Maybe don't shoot me. Alright. Not here to kill the robot. I'm here to kill the guy. Right here.
You doing good, Black?
Wow! Oh, that sucks. Ah. That's the thing, man. It's like, you have these long, elaborate kill animations, but you have no incentive to do them. You know, in Doom, they did a great job of kind of giving you the glory kill system, where if you did those close kills, you were gaining health. And,
his mission is to deploy a new Citadel robot.
Established a nice
Be
rhythm,
careful.
nice
Grace out.
tempo to everything. Whereas this is very much just like, oh, well, I can't get in here and kill this guy, but it's also going to kill me. So then you end up fighting in, you know, this awkward kind of like middle distance. You don't want to get too close, but then again, you can't get too far. Otherwise, you know, 50% of your guns are useless. That's easy. Alright. hey, how's it going, buddy? Now you're dead. Alright. Now I kind of have an idea of where I can go, what the best course of action is, so to speak. The first couple times it was just very much like, hey, I'm running for my life. This way I know I can totally bypass the giant robot, run straight through the tunnels. Hey, how's it going? And just focus on my efforts down here. Fuck the dogs. Yo, these dogs, man. Brutal. Seems like this armor, right? I'm walking right over it, but it's not picking it up. So it's just like these awkward moments where you kind of get into a flow and you kind of see like, okay, I'm about to pick this up, and then when it doesn't happen, it makes it awkward. Man, the fact that they equip these guys with, all of these guys with grenade launchers is absurd. So I just need to stop being a badass.
Uber Commander Raymond Hoffman is in the subway underneath 5th Avenue. His mission is to deploy a new Citadel robot. Be careful. Grace out.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can charge into these guys too. I mean, as much as I want to stay here and like fight these guys, they're kind of pointless. But who am I kidding? They're Nazis. Let's kill Nazis. That's what we're here for. We're here to kill Nazis. So I'm gonna kill every single one of them. Oh yeah, and I forgot I didn't kill the commander, so it's a good thing I came back. Yeah, it's a good thing I came back because I'm definitely back. Oh yeah, I definitely died. Hey, yay. Alright, this is it. This is the moment.
Hey, Blazkowicz.
I got a good
Uber
feeling.
Commander Raymond Hoffman is in the subway underneath 5th Avenue. His mission is to deploy a new Citadel robot. Be careful. Grace out.
Love those dual wielding kills. Yeah, he needs to stop being a badass, he says. Yeah, he's running around like a madman, dual wielding shotguns. I mean, like, that's the thing. I feel like if they put it in the game, they're encouraging it. And I understand that stealth, to an extent, is just as viable as an option. But let's be honest. If you give me dual-wielding shotguns or stealth, I'm gonna pick dual-wielding shotguns every time. Alright. I think we successfully killed all the Nazis in this area. Did get into the habit of clicking the E key like a madman every time I feel like I'm getting near to something. Alright. I'm gonna dual wield these machine pistols. I feel like that's a good call. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a terrible idea. I feel like it might also be a terrible idea. Ooh. Brutal. Okay. That, we've already established that's the wrong way. This is the right way. Oh jeez. Oh lord. Run, 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 run. How are you still alive? I feel like I shot you a million times. Got him.
You done good, Blazkowicz. See you back home. Grace out.
Whew. Was it worth all the struggle? A little bit. Right. I mean, like, part that I'm playing through right now may seem a little repetitive. It may seem like there's not a whole lot going on. Obviously, that's the end game, and those of you who play in-game content kind of are used to that. But the game has a lot of pretty wild set pieces. You know, the game kicks off with a sequence in which you are doing the entire level in a wheelchair, and then you know, another memorable one was a fight sequence slash boss fight in a falling house. I mean, there's a lot of memorable moments, both from a narrative and a gameplay standpoint. Wondering if this area around, like the grayed out areas, I wonder if that's kind of like starting a revolution, quote unquote. We're like cleaning up America. I don't know. That's just my idea. It seems like it's getting bigger each time. Ooh, this one we're using the sub. Alright, we can skip it. Alright. So this is kind of the part in the Manhattan level that kind of just like really creeped me out. Because it's like, you know, it's unrecognizable. You know, but I mean, you can kind of see what remains of some skyscrapers in the distance, but I mean, it's an unrecognizable
Nazi
city.
Uber commander Walter Hauser is located somewhere around this area. The intel we have is that he's tasked with deploying search drones in the harbor district. You know what you gotta do, Blazkowicz. Grace out.
Oh, Lord. Man, these levels almost always now start with one of these giant mech guys. Once again, I don't know why they give you pistols in this game, but I never use them. So let's change it up a little bit. You know what? That actually worked out surprisingly well. The dual wielding system is pretty cool. I didn't take advantage of it as much as you can. They let you dual wield kind of any combination of weapons. I just generally stuck to dual wielding two of the same type of weapon. You know, I really rarely ran into situations where it's like, ooh, you know what? I want to dual wield my assault rifle and my shotgun, or you know, my shotgun and my pistol. It's like, you know, I like dual wielding my shotguns because it gives me damage, double damage. You know, assault rifle is kind of the same concept, right? Where you're putting out more bullets. Especially in these close quarters, man. You need as much damage output as possible. Music in this game is really good too. I can't remember if this was nominated for best score at the Game Awards, but that was such an insanely stacked category that I didn't really see this game as having a chance. But that being said, the music in it is still pretty good. Not only that, but the voice acting. I mean, particularly Brian Bloom as BJ does a really great job of making a character who was just kind of like a nameless, faceless badass into, you know, a good character and a character with emotion. Alright, let's see, where am I going? Kind of just... Alright, it kind of hasn't really given me an area to go look for this guy in. I guess we're just gonna explore a little bit. I've been in this house. German soldiers are definitely talking to each other, definitely around. They can't find me now. Oh hey! There's one. Typically I just need to find a whole bunch of enemies. Find an area where there's a bunch of enemies, I should be good. There's another enemy that's coming from this general area, so I think that's my cue to start investigating this area of the building. Alright, so I've definitely gone there. Gone here. Oh yeah, it came from here. More guys are coming from over here. I'm wondering if I even need to bother with this building at all. And it came from the bridge. Where we bust out our map. Let's see, even, yeah, so I can go through here. Yeah, this, alright, so I definitely, okay, so I went through here, I've been here. I go down here, this little path this way takes me through that building. What happens if I keep going straight? Oh wait, it's a dead end. Let's see if I can pick up. Yeah, there's no way around, it seems. I guess my best bet is to go up the ladder, see if I can find a front or, you know, front door. The way the house is destroyed, it's gonna make me go back this way, which is essentially the way I came. Let's see if there's a, yeah, so there's a path this way, maybe? Here we go. Little fire escape. I can get on this thing. Yep. Alright, so that takes me up a little bit. Alright. We're progressing. We're making progress. Alright, cool. So we found signal. So that's good. Step in the right direction. He's big. Best bet is to just take him out. Building right here. We got a commander in this room or in this building somewhere. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Ooh, chopped your arm off. Sorry about that. Alright. So, I think I dropped down here. How's it going? Don't mind me. Oh, shit, some more. Killing Nazis.
Yeah.
Yup.
Do I get to try?
You want to?
I want to try.
It's hard. It's hard as balls. I'm letting you know. You're gonna rage. Yeah, do that. Yes. Alright, let's see. Hiding underneath. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a beeline for this guy. I'm not even gonna worry about, you know what, and I'll kill those Nazis afterwards. Yeah! Alright. I'm gonna stay in district. I wanna mess around, I wanna kill these guys.
Another nail in the Nazi coffin.
Where you at, big motherfucker? Oh yeah, I got him. Cool. So, back to the mothership, so to speak. Alright, let's find another one. And this will probably be my last one for giving way to Alex. She wants to give it a try. Let's go to New Orleans. New Orleans is a very interesting location in the game. It was probably a couple of my favorite moments took place in New Orleans. But I didn't feel like I feel like it was just kind of rushed through. It was just kind of an extra, a change of locale. But New Orleans missions were pretty cool. That one. This one and that guy. Yeah. I see you.
You saw nothing.
I see you. New Orleans, Louisiana. Oh, hey, Riley has a squeak toy. Get it. Alright.
He's left out.
Alright.
Blazkowicz, let me tell you about this Uber commander. His real name is Daniel Eckstein, but everyone knows him as the Butcher of Boston. A real mass murderer. Sadistic son of a bitch. Find his ass and deliver some justice for the people of Boston. Grace out.
My aim could use a little work. Riley, with the squeaking. Oh shit. Ooh, I chopped both his hands off. The New Orleans levels are really cool because you see
Should get to work on
kind of like
upgrading
the
my weapons.
civil rights era South plus Nazi occupation. Now, granted, New Orleans is kind of war torn, so it's not a. What the hell? How am I supposed to get over this thing? I don't have any grenades. Alright, well. Oh. So like what I was trying to do. Oh man, this sewer was my favorite part too. I don't know if this counts as spoilers, but this part you're riding on the back of like a mechanized Nazi robot dog thing.
Spoilers!
And fucking everything up. It's awesome. It's really good. It's one of the great, I think it's one of the more underrated parts of the game. Oh! Speaking of which, here we go.
I'm gonna get you this next.
What is it? Is it a football one? And is it a football team that I don't like? Why would you do that? I mean, that's rude. You know I want a custom Xbox One. I submitted my designs to you. Well, of course, they give me this giant fire-breathing mech dog. And nobody or nothing to use it on. So I'm kind of wandering around like a dick. Better yet, I don't know how to dismount. Alright, so I came in from that side. Let's go over this way. I feel like half of these endgame missions are just like aimless wandering until you figure out where you're supposed to go. The main story is not like this at all. It's very much like a more tight linear experience. You're not like these almost feel like open world missions, but like the rest of the game is not like that. But we found some Nazis to kill. Not only kill, but literally set on fire. That's fun. Because they take care of their hair like girls. Alright, where is this commander? Can you find him and shut him up? He's broadcasting an alarm. Oh shit, it's another mech dog. I don't know what the canonical name for these are within the Wolfenstein universe, but they're fire-breathing dog robots. Yeah, one. I'm pretty sure I completely passed over that commander. So we're just gonna let him live another day. I mean, at this point, if he wants to call reinforcements, that's cool by me, because I feel like I'm pretty well equipped to handle it. Because they're girls. Alright. Go, 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 die! Die! Yeah, granted, they give me this giant mech, and they give me, like, plenty more enemies. Plenty more difficult enemies at that. Alright. I need to start making my way towards the commander, because I've lost a lot of health. The last thing I want is to be stuck in the same spot when this thing gets destroyed. You motherfucker. Oh, hey, there he is. Never mind. You're dead now.
Blazkowicz, I have never been more proud to be part of the resistance.
Oh,
Perhaps
geez.
now the people of Boston can finally rest in peace.
Let's see. Controls, keyboard bindings. How do I leave a vehicle? Because that's not a thing that I have to do all that much.
Trace out.
Please kill my giant robot dog, because I don't know how to leave it. Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. That's pretty cool. Oh hey, it's control. Got it. Figured it out. Yup, I did it. Remembering control schemes is difficult. Yeah. Wanna play one? I mean, I can play one. I'm just gonna end it. Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, that has been it's been Wolfenstein 2. It's my number 7 game of the year. My number 6 game of the year. I'm gonna stream that. Oh God, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Christmas Day is Monday. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. So that's the 27th. It is my first Nintendo Switch game on my top 10 games. So that'll be fun to play, fun to show off the Switch.
Riley.
It's one of the good stories of 2017. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks you guys for joining me. If you don't already, be sure to follow me at RedToothGames on Twitter and at Facebook.com/RedToothGames. I appreciate you guys and have a good night.